Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a DEVVE update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, especially the super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. The DEVVE white paper came out today, and I just want to really go over one thing, something that I think is going to have it potentially do 1,000x from here. I know, it sounds crazy. Here's why. You have DEVVE right now, and it's up 8% on the day, so it's doing pretty all right. Now, granted, even though it is up 8% on the day, it's still only at 45 cents. This is at about just under a $40 million market cap. So 100x from here would be about $4 billion. Okay, well, how does it justify a $4 billion valuation? How do we, and you're saying 1,000x, how does it do 40 billion? That gets it in the top 10 for crypto right now, but let's face it, alt season hasn't begun yet. I feel like a lot of those values are going to go way overinflated at some point, and eventually 40 billion won't be in the top 10. Eventually 40 billion might be in the top 20, which I still expect it to do. It is a layer 1 blockchain, but let's get to something in the white paper I don't want to take up too much time on, but it definitely needs to be said. Today's financial system is grappling with challenges where traditional settlement methods are slow and burdened by legacy issues. While DeFi offers speed and financial innovation, it typically lacks safety, predictability, and compliance. Neither system offers a perfect settlement infrastructure that's instant, auditable, interoperable, and accessible to institutions and consumers while addressing the TradFi risks. This results in fragmented, inefficient global financial ecosystem unable to support future value transfer. Traditional financial settlement is characterized by multi-day transaction cycles, credit and counterparty risks, tied-up liquidity, frequent failures, and reliance on manual, error-prone processes. Cross-border activities further exacerbate these issues with delays and increased costs. DeFi, on the other hand, has faced its own set of structural flaws, including probabilistic settlement, execution quality degradation due to the MEV, minor extractable value, smart contract risks, and fragmented liquidity. So both TradFi and DeFi share common shortcomings, such as fragmented settlement, latency, lack of legal finality, inefficient compliance, etc. But what Dev Digital aims to do is redefine settlement for modern finance by offering an entirely new foundation built on the DevX blockchain. This architecture eliminates counterparty risk and provides instant deterministic finality, ensuring transactions either completed fully or not at all, with no use of middlemen. Exchange transactions are completed through a use of proprietary mechanism called CTS, or contingent transaction sets, in which transactions are cryptographically signed, including contingencies. So the CTS results in mathematically instantaneous settlement, or MIS, and guarantees exchange settlement while fully eliminating all counterparty risk. Dev Digital also embeds compliance into its core technology, offering a unified, audible, and tamper-proof record of transactions, making it suitable for retail customers, regulated institutions, and sovereign regulators. Dev Digital is building market infrastructure for these assets, which is a non-custodial T+0, meaning instantaneous settlement exchange called the DEVVE Exchange, and supporting high-performance builder network called the DEVVE Network. Dev Digital's aim is to set a new standard where self-custody, true on-chain settlement, and compliance by design are defaults and not trade-offs. We're building on DevX using sharding architecture to isolate workloads and unlock throughput, ultimately measured in millions of transactions per second. This capacity is engineered for live markets, not just demos. Dev Digital's role is to productize that capacity responsibly, aligning market operations, compliance, and risk controls while performance the base layer enables. What this all means is that if I were to send you money, by the time you guys are seeing this, it'll be Thursday, you might be able to use it by Friday, but it doesn't actually settle until Monday. Like it doesn't settle until 2 days later. That's T+2 settlement time. Transaction plus 2 days. What DEVVE has is T+0. So if you have a bank that, again, and let's say it's a small amount, let's say it's like 100,000, you'll be able to use that the next day, but it won't settle until the next business day after. And the bank has to float that. And yeah, 100,000 is not that much, but multiply that by 100 million people. Okay, that's a lot of money that has to be floated. Especially when you have stuff like E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Scottrade, like whatever you use to trade stocks on, they have to wait that out. And that's a lot of money that a lot of people are losing. A lot of these big institutions are losing. So when you have T+0, where it settles instantaneously no other person on the planet has that technology. Now, it's all patented. It's all theirs. So they could choose to either hold it up and be like, hey, you can only do it through the DEVVE exchange, which you'll be able to do at some point. And they do have an exchange partner, like an actual stock exchange partner. My money for the longest time was on the London exchange, maybe Beijing. But a lot of people, especially recently, because you have NASDAQ that had gone on and said, hey, we're going to have 24/7 or 24/5 trading for stocks, where you're going to be able to trade stocks Monday through Friday, 24 hours, and then have a break on the weekends. So New York Stock Exchange is something that people would like. NASDAQ is something that people would like. I don't think it matters which exchange they've partnered with. Even if it's something like London Exchange, once word gets out that this is what they can do with T+0 settlement time, every single bank, ETF, infrastructure in the world is going to want to use this. And it's theirs. So they can charge people through the nose for it, make a heck ton of money. And again, their new DEVVE exchange that's coming out later this year, one, they're giving away 60% of their trading fees via referral program. Link down below to go make your to go make your account, and you can get up to 60% of the trading fees. The first person gives you, I think, 35. Like, if you sign up your brother, you get 35% of your brother's trading fees. If you go over and your brother signs up his gym bro, you get 15% of his gym bro. And if his gym bro signs up his son, father, whatever, you get 10% of that person's trading fees. So you get up to 60%, 3 layers deep. It goes absolutely insane. Anyway, long story short with this is that I'm going to be making money hand over fist. This is a layer 1 blockchain where it says millions. And right now I think they've tested up to 8.5 million transactions per second. But it can go, it's as fast as it needs to be. I don't know why you would even need that. I think Solana can do 70,000 transactions per second. This could do 100x that, which is insane. But again, if needed, it could probably do even faster. It's regulatory compliant. Each shard can spin up to whatever's regulatory compliant in that country. Everyone's going to be building on this. There is talk about Tom potentially getting a Nobel for this, because this is going to change how banking works. Unfortunately, it's not one of my, it is one of my biggest bags. Unfortunately, it is not my biggest bag. That is Definity, and I'm very happy with that. I'll do another video on that, on why. But this is why it justifies a multi-billion-dollar market cap, in my opinion. Obviously, you could have stuff that comes out, and maybe the marketing is not good. Maybe nobody uses it, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think as soon as this technology is out in front of the right people and like, wait, what? You guys can do what? Everyone's going to want to use it. Again, on the exchange, it's not just going to be another crypto exchange. It's going to be a crypto exchange in conjunction with a stock exchange. Being able to trade stocks for crypto, and it settles instantly, is bananas. And it all settles through DEVVE. If you want to sell Tesla and buy Solana with it, cool. The Tesla sells for DEVVE, it settles for Solana, it swap, and it does it instantly. And you don't have to give up custody of your crypto. This is a pure Web3-ist wet dream. And again, this is why it's one of my biggest things. I'm going to put a little bit more into it over the next couple of days, as long as certain things go through. And most likely alt season, most of it's going to happen in 2026. But I think that, some of that starts in 2025. And we don't know what's going to go at first. I mean, heck, since April, daCat has been the biggest winner out of all of my stuff. Omi, DEVVE, Definity, daCat, like it's been the biggest winner. Now, granted, Omi's up, I don't know, I think 80% in the last 6 weeks, but daCat's up like 6x since April. So, but I do believe that DEVVE, because their exchange is supposed to come out later this year in Q4, so this quarter, but the exchange partner, I think, is going to be announced a couple weeks beforehand. At least I hope. It's possible they just announce it and roll it out at the same time, which is fine. But that is scheduled for this quarter, this year, within the next 3 months. So again, most likely December, most likely late December. But again, once it comes out, I don't think it's going to matter. There's 10,000 holders of the token right now, and that number's not going to go down. So this is how I think that 1000x in a blow off top next year is possible. Do I see it happening? Do I see it doing 1,000x in 3 months? No. Do I even see it doing 100x in 3 months? No. I don't think this goes to $40, or I don't think this goes to $40 in 3 months. I think you can do a 10x though. I think you could do $4, which, and again, I don't want to say it pains me to see this, but some people don't have a lot of money. And again, anything, including this, could go to zero at any moment. I don't think it will, but again, that's always possible. You could have a World War III scenario, you could have a Black Swan event where anything you put money into can go to zero at any moment, including this. But if I had to bet on what's more likely, this doing 1,000x or this going to zero, I would put my money on the 1,000x. What are the odds that it does 1,000x? I don't know, 5-10%. I think the odds of doing 100 to 300 is much more likely. I would say even a 10x is like 98% chance, in my opinion. Again, unless some crazy stuff happens. But this is one of those things where it's possible to put in $1,000 and then you have 100K in like 6 months. Again, you take a look at something like Chainlink, has like $15 billion market cap right now before alt season even takes off. And this outperforms every other blockchain in the world with what it can do. And, it does 100x from here. It's still about 1/4 the market cap of Chainlink. And I think it outperforms. And that's Chainlink right now, not including where Chainlink will be when alt season really takes off. So, yeah, the 100x I think is kind of locked in. The 1,000x I think is possible. $40 billion is a lot, but for what this can do, this definitely justifies it, and that's not even including the amount of people that are going to want to trade on it, because it does something that no other exchange does. Anyway, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. I love this game. Let's get this bread. Bye, guys. Meow, meow, meow.